Hi guys. Hi. How are you? We are fine. Junior Young Secretary. So I've called you today because we have a meeting and we'll be speaking in English and also Chichewa. After I've talked about it in English, I will interpret it in Chichewa. The first thing that I wanted us to talk about is number of children increasing. You know that at this house, we're still receiving some siblings, sisters, brothers, aunties. We're still receiving them, right? Yeah. So we have to accept the fact that maybe the number will keep on increasing, and at a certain point it will stop. We'll have like a specific number of children here. So I know, Goody, some of you are grown-ups and you know why other kids are coming to this center. Not so? You know, huh? Yes. So we all know, some have different stories. Some you know their stories, some you don't know their stories, but you know why they are here. So we have to accept the fact that the numbers of children will keep on coming, and at a certain point it will stop. So we have to make sure we treat everyone equally. We don't have to treat our friends as if just because they are new, they don't have maybe to be free, or they don't have to be loved, or you should feel like maybe they're being favored just because they're new, or maybe something you're doing it because they're new, or you should have, because some of children, they might have that heart whereby they're like, why is this person coming again, as if someone is going to steal their position or their place head. So someone shouldn't feel like that. Growing as a family is growing, that means we have to learn how to manage resources. Ati? We have to learn how to manage resources. Things are not going to be the same when the number is increasing. When the number is increasing, that means there's a need of so many things. That means food is needed. There's a need of a lot of food. There's a need of a lot of clothes, books, even the school fees. Some of you go to schools that need school fees. There will be a need of school fees and the need of a lot of things. So that means if someone is given something, like let's say we give you soap, or we give you body lotion, that means you have to manage it properly. And also when it comes to eating, it doesn't mean every day we have to eat like the fancy food, right? Yes. We're going to work on the same thing what we used to do in the village, whereby maybe I could cook only on Saturdays, maybe on Sundays, where I will make a special meal that you guys really want. But the other days we're going to be having our local food as we always have. And yeah, because you know we can be receiving funding, right? You know, could we receive funding? Yes. Yeah, we receive donation. Everybody knows about the donation. So that doesn't mean that we have to misuse it. We have to make sure that we use it wisely, because one day we might run out of food. We might run out of everything. So we're also going to work on spending time with mom, like with me, because you know there's a lot of, we have talked about the number increasing, the family is large now. So that means we will be having some time whereby we'll be doing things together as a family, whether games, eating together and cooking together. But also I will try to work on spending some time with each one of you, maybe on your birthday, or maybe on a, like, just arrange a date whereby I can talk to you personally, and also we can share, like you can share what you're passing through, or there's maybe you need counseling or you just need advice. We can be doing that. But we also have to learn to respect the caregivers, because sometimes I get sick, sometimes I travel, so sometimes I might not be there. So I want you to learn to respect the caregivers who are there with you, whereby you can communicate some things that you think you can communicate with them, and they can also try to help you with other areas. Okay? Yes. Because they are your aunties. And if you are seeing a caregiver, if you have seen that a caregiver is abusing any of the children or is abusing you, you are free to tell me about that, so that we can sit down and talk about it and we can find a solution to end that abuse. Don't be scared on that, okay? And also about me, I think everyone knows, Goody, I'm also still young, right? I'm not saying I'm your age mate. No way, I'm not your age mate, but I'm still young. That means maybe maybe sometime in life I want to go back to school. So maybe when I have gone back to school, maybe I'm doing a course or a program that I know that is going to help everyone, or some of the kids, or some of other people understand that. So sometimes you should also be preparing yourselves that maybe at a certain point mom will go back to school, or at a certain point maybe mommy will be busy with some conferences, meetings. I don't want anyone to feel like maybe I'm not caring enough about them, or I have just put them somewhere else. So me being a mom, that means my head is always thinking about that. Like, oh, I know I have a team. We have a team. We have the aunties that helps with everything. And you also, guys, you put some input into that because you mention about what you want the school to look like, the village to look like. But being someone who is in a position of trying to make those things work, it's also a lot of work. It's also hard because sometimes maybe I spend so much time thinking about it. Sometimes it gets hard. Some things don't go according to our plans. So I want everyone to understand that when we move to the village, I think we'll be doing things the way we used to do in that other village, and it's going to be a great thing. And we should be playing about it that it should what? It should work.